So for those that missed it, last night, we got this all-finished team set up for another season. And then we managed to pull off a damn blockbuster. And shout out to Catcher for the 44 months. And hey, shout out to you for letting me sit here and yell about franchise modes for years and years now. It's kind of ridiculous. We pulled off a blockbuster for one Capo Caco, which I am very happy about, very excited about what this team might be able to do. We got some stars on the team. We got some good depth. This team has really taken shape. And again, this is only going to be our 4th season at the helm of the team. Defense is looking like this because Ville Heinola turned into a stud, and Aaron Kiviharju went from a 68 to an 81 in one season, which does not make sense, but it happens. And of course, goaltenders are going to be Husso and Aranta because we gave up UC Saros and other pieces to get Capo Caco. We do still have our first round pick, and we are very much, Kivi's a medium elite. We are very much keeping our eye out on one man, and that is Patrick Laine, who has yet to sign an extension. He's in the AHL because it's preseason. Same as Zach Werenski, but we will have the assets to go out and get Patrick Laine if they make him available. Fingers crossed. You'd make a good NHL commentator. Why, thank you. At the very least, you can hear me in the NHL esports commentary scene with Sports Gamer, sportsgamer.gg. Currently in the playoffs for our current season. Playoffs? Smoot, thank you for the 60 months, buddy. My goodness. My goodness, my goodness. How the heck are you? I mean, I already kind of know because I follow you on Twitter. All right. Need to get on more SDPN stuff. Hey, we'll see. We'll see what the future brings. Telling you, about time they won't, I'm sure, but about time they branch out to the American side of things. I'm just saying, who better for game over Boston, you know? Just saying. Our ratings for this season. Our ratings. 83, 79, and an 84. Not inherently outstanding, but also not completely abysmal, right? That's not bad. That's competitive. That is competitive. And again, we talked about our first round pick being available to use in a Patrick Laine trade. It is because we do not have too many top-notch options. Like Rasmus Rinne is in the draft, but we can't really guarantee he turns into much. I mean, if we're lucky, he turns into Patrick Laine. It's the same thing a little bit further down for Samu Kuparainen. And there was one more Finn, Vesa Junela, in the top 32, the first round. But we'll play it by ear. And hey, if Patrick Laine is not available, then we just keep that pick, especially if it's a high pick. Or we end up being good, and the value of that pick drops. We'll see what happens. So we start off our season with back-to-back wins and a Ville Husso pulled groin. Team shutout, though. 3-0 win. We finally lose to Vegas, who, God, I don't know, man. Friggin' Vegas and Florida. Vegas and Florida. I'm so excited for that series. All right, to Mr. Husso. You are back. Eustace. Hey. You know, Eustace looked pretty good. Ranta, I'm going to scratch you for the moment. God. All right, let's get Ville Husso back in there. Let's do a 5, make it 6-3-1 to start the season. Oh my God, we're actually good. Chat, we're actually good. At least we're not terrible anymore. Chicago's still trash. You love to see it. All right, maybe we're not actually good. We just lost a lot of games in a row. 13, 10, and 1. Not abysmal, but certainly not elite. Right now, if the season were to end today, we'd make the playoffs, funny enough. So that draft pick value is going to be down. That's actually still pretty good. Columbus, how you feeling about a certain Patrick Laine? They still haven't signed him to an extension. Again, pretty much the only way we can afford to get him is if they put him on the trade block. So we're going to be checking pretty much on a monthly basis. Let's go through December. I don't think we have to make any lineup changes here. Our team is pretty much our team. I could have looked at the numbers. We'll do that at the beginning of January instead. Brad Lambert sprains his ankle. He'll be out for a week. 3 wins in a row, and Lambert is healthy. Pekka Jormaka needs to get out of the lineup. Again, AHL's still looking pretty good, all things considered. They made a conference finals run last year, too, before losing in 5. Gravedigger, appreciate that. I need to pay attention to Instagram more often. I really do. I go through, ebbs and flows. Greens, thank you for the 4 months. Akurati gets hurt. Greens, how the heck are you? Thank you for supporting my face. Oh my god, we're 21, 12, and 2. So January 1st, 2026. 3rd place in our division. 1 point behind Philadelphia. Obviously Pittsburgh down there at the bottom. We're actually not that bad. We are currently the 6th best team in the NHL. That's a pretty rapid turnaround for this team. It really is. Just gotta look at the points here. So Aho on 32, Ratu 26, Halton in 20, and then Oliver Kapanen, our 4th line center, on 7. What's hotter, the weather or Deke? Oh, it's always Deke Slayer. You'd be on the frickin' surface of the sun, and it doesn't even have a surface. Right? We say surface of the sun, but it's this big fucking gas giant. Does it have a surface? It might not even have a surface. The Deke wins by default. Because you don't have a surface, can you have a face? And Deke has a beautiful face. Anyway, left wings. Petri Pettinen, only 20 points. Okay, so the wingers are leaving just a little bit to be desired on that left side so far in terms of production. Not great to see Tolvanen struggling like he has, but here we are. I'd say it's time to celebrate a new Leafs GM. I can't wait to talk about that on the podcast. The surface is liquid. Your surface is liquid. Capo Caco, 23 points, 16 for Kamel, 14 for Ilanen. All right, scoring by committee for the most part, except for Ville Heinola, who is insane. The Sun doesn't have a solid service. See, I told you. I told you. I work for NASA. The Sun doesn't have a surface. Oh, was the bot down again? Gravedigger, search Tugi's Take Podcast on YouTube or on your audio platform of choice, and you'll be good to go. To hear us talk about hockey for 5 minutes and old video games for the other 50. At least. Goaltending-wise, Eustace. Whew. Eustace. We've actually had really good goaltending. It's been a big key to our success so far this season. Very, very big. Okay, so forwards, it's Austin Matthews, who signed an extension with the Leafs at only 10.5. Go figure. Robertson, Caulfield, Forsberg up there. Goal scoring king right now is Philip Forsberg. Fair enough. Ovi's up there. Nicholas Ahonen, who I still hate, is Swedish. Shame shout out to Bar Mexico. 89 for the follow. Welcome in. Defensively, again, we knew Adam Fox was leading the league in points because he has 47 assists in 37 games. Top goal scorer was 16 is Zach Werenski, just below the midway point of the season. Winningest goaltender. Yeah, they don't appear to be missing Kako that much, do they? Shutout leader with 5, Stuart Skinner. And the save percentage leader amongst starters is Stuart Skinner. But there's a lot of half-decent goaltenders, including Red Wings legend Carl Vejmelka. Pavel Francouz for the Coyotes. Rookie leader Zach Benson. And Uriel Buckley leading the way. Yeah, Joakim Kamel is not totally out of the conversation, though. Let's get our monthly Columbus / Patrick Laine check in there. Ooh, they have veterans that they want to get rid of, but not Laine. Did they re-sign him? They still haven't re-signed him. Okay, we're still in the conversation here. We're still in it. Let's go through the month of January. If we keep winning, that's perfect. If we start to lose, that's also perfect because it means our draft pick has more value, which is great. Although, we do appear to be losing quite a few games. Who the hell got hurt? I don't know who the hell got hurt. Ratu is a center. Was he playing center? It was Nieminen? Warrior, correct. Busy schedules, so we don't have as much time to watch as we would prefer. I don't know who the hell was there before. I think it was Laminaho, maybe? I don't know. Jukka Nieminen gets hurt. I know Ratu came back from injury. I just don't know who technically replaced him. Ville Husso is injured again. That's great. That's just lovely. He cannot stay healthy this year. Good thing is we do have goaltenders that can step in. Not a great month for us. Not a great month for us. All right, we'll leave Ranta in for an extended period of time. Eustace is not doing all that much. Get this guy out. For Nieminen. I do think it was Nieminen for Ratu. Pretty sure. Let's keep it going. We hit the Totally Not All-Star break, so the deadline is on March 3rd. 25, 21, and 2. Down into 8th place. Mobsky, hello, how the heck are you? Look at how competitive this division is. From 2nd down to 8th. 12 points back of New Jersey. We are an incredibly streaky team. Columbus. Oof. Okay, they still have not signed Patrick Laine. But will he be on the trade block? Dropping shit. Will he be on the trade block at the beginning of next month on deadline day? That is the question. What happens to the Leafs franchise? We hit our natural conclusion to it. Satu Ratu gets hurt. That sucks. We hit our natural conclusion with it. We could have kept going. But, all right, Ratu's healthy. And Koivula was playing second line, which serviceable. Robbie Arventi gets hurt. Okay, all the injuries. Great. Wow, he's going to be out for a month, too. 29, 28, and 5 AFC. Thank you for the 10 months on the primer. I hope you have been well as well. We have fallen down to being the worst team in the division. It did genuinely look like we might have been able to make the playoffs. Now, all of a sudden, Rasmus Rinne doesn't seem like the worst choice in the world to take in the top 6. Laine is still not on the block, but they still haven't extended him. So that definitely raises the question of if Laine hasn't signed by the deadline and they don't have him on the block, do we just hope he becomes a free agent and then we sign him there and also take Rasmus Rinne, or do we still Or do we still just do the trade to get him anyway? So yeah, in this one, there's the 33rd expansion team. Almost said 32nd because that's what it was before. But yeah, Rasmus Rene is the guy. If we go for anybody here. As born leader, which again is what I gave quite a few of these guys because scouting reports are sparse. At least they were at the start of the year. Trade deadline. What do we have? And if Laine was on the block, we would have seen him already. Shit. All right. Are there any other Finns on the trade block for any other team? There's Vesa Allen, but he's frankly terrible. It's this guy as well, but he's a 62, 19 years old. He's not great. Raquel, I'm sure, would be Swedish. Rasmus Anderson's Swedish. Also, Oliver Ekman-Larsson, Calgary is hilarious to me. And moment of truth will be coming up here for Columbus. Indeed, no Patrick Laine. No Patrick Laine. They still haven't extended him, though. Is that Victor Hedman? Wow, he fell off fast. Compared to the Leafs franchise, he fell off very, very quickly. I think we're keeping that pick and hoping that Laine becomes available. Which isn't the worst case scenario, but you know, if we keep the pick, we get Rene in the draft, presumably, and then sign Laine in the offseason. It's not a bad way to go about it, right? Did his knee explode? Honestly, it might have. Like, he fell off damn fast. Like, look at Carlson. Carlson hasn't really fallen off. Yeah, it's not going to be like that one big name out there. We know Dallas, Colorado, Florida. They aren't going to want to get rid of their big players. Vasinen's out there, but he's not looking that great. I think for the first time in a while, we're going to be holding on to our top pick. Not what I was hoping for. But I think we're going to hold on to this pick. And then hope like hell that Columbus does not extend Patrick Laine before the draft when we could acquire his rights for dirt cheap. So we will not be making any moves. We're going to wait to see. Actually, hold on. At least no major moves. We're going to hope to kind of pull off some magic here. Can I get anything for Ville Husso? I cannot. I'm going to guess same thing for Ranta. Yeah, not going to be able to get anything for those goalies. Defensively, no changes necessary. Yeah, we're good. Okay. All right. So we'll see if any other kind of blockbusters happened that we're not involved in, given the loading time. Jonathan Taves on waivers. No, thank you. No, thank you. Oliver Ekman-Larsson acquired by Carolina for Anthony Cirelli. Okay, so Cirelli not only wasn't on Tampa, but was just acquired by Calgary from Carolina. Victor Hedman now plays. I'm only saying this because Smoot is here, and every time I mention Nashville, it's always the freaking piss-colored Hicks line. God damn it. Shout out to Victor Hedman in Nashville. Let's see. And Nick Waugh on the move. And there's some decent names, but no Gigantic move. So let's keep this going. I'm not going to change anything about the team. The NHL team's not doing so hot. The AHL team is on fire. So that is beautiful. And it looks like we'll be able to get to and through another offseason fairly quickly. And I would imagine next season's really where it kind of starts of like, okay, let's start making the playoffs here. To be honest, this 31 wins is kind of disappointing for this team and how solid they are. Ville Husso with his 3rd injury of the season. Jesus, man. I didn't realize it was possible. Pettinen up to an 88, which is awesome. We'll look at his numbers at the end of the season. But yeah, definitely some underperforming players this season. Henrik, what is going on, my friend? How are you? Good to see you again. I hope you're doing well. And, Ville Husso's healthy, but I can't even be asked to put him back in. We are pretty much a 500 team. It's our best season to date. No doubt about that. Leo is Swedish. Yeah. Best season to date, but still not quite there yet. As we finish 8th in this extended division. Let's take a look. So that prospect we were eyeing up is projected 6th. So Philadelphia, top team in the league this year. Interesting. And okay, we're going to need some lottery luck. 22nd out of 33 teams. So again, we did an expansion franchise instead of replacing anybody. I figured it would make it more difficult as well. Wow. That is, it's very surprising. We had a mid-range offense. Yeah, I mean, we were about as average of a team as you could possibly be. Sebastian Aho led the way, 35 and 35. Ratu, 47 points, 41 for Haltonen on the 3rd line and with power play time. And then Oliver Kapanen with 18, which isn't too bad for a 4th line center. Pettinen. Penalty minutes are a killer, man. But 48 points, a little bit disappointing. Left wings disappointed us this season, if we're being honest. Outside of Nyman on the 4th line, 23 points is good, but yeah, everyone else a little bit disappointing, especially Tolvanen. 17 goals, 4 assists. 47 points for Capo Caco, just 7 goals. Camelon, 31 points, 29 for Alon. Our point production wasn't great. Defensively, though, we know Ville Heinola is a beast. So is Anthony Honka, for that matter, our top defense pair. Look at the plus-minus for these two. Whereas Lassie Thompson and Esa Lindell sucked. My God. From a defensive standpoint, they were atrocious. Maybe Esa Lindell is not a long-term... In fairness, he's not a long-term solution. Yep, because Kivi Harju is moving up into the top 4. So if we keep Lindell, it'll be as a 3rd pairing guy. Oof. And goalie-wise... Antti Ranta actually ended up being really solid for us, as was Husso. Again, I kind of hope Saros will be available again in free agency next season. That way we can actually keep him. There were 2 players to break 100 points. One of them was a forward. His name, Austin Matthews. So scoring appears to be down this season. Top goal scorer, yeah, 360 goal scorers. Matthews, Pasternak, and Bedard. As Ovi breaks 50 again at age 40. Defensively, he's broken sometimes. It's Adam. Oh, there's the usual suspects. Adam Fox, Evan Bouchard, Cam York. Oh, boy. Broken defenseman. You'll love to see it. Honestly, I think a big part of the reason for that is the new power play stuff is kind of taking it to that new level. 30 goals, though, for Adam Fox. Goalie-wise, 41 wins for future insert team here. Carter Hart. What a man. What a man. Okay, Danny Briere. You have been the GM. Rampage, what's up, by the way? You have been the GM of the Maine Mariners, my team. Shout out to John from the Promised Land. John, what is the Promised Land? There's only one right answer. There is only one right answer. Thank you for the 30 months, though. Henrique, for the most part, players retire at the right age. Danny Briere, you have been the GM of my team, the Maine Mariners, for like 4 years now. Sir, John, are you in Finland? Or are you saying that Finland is just the promised land in general? I don't know where to put this jersey. Ah! There we go. Anyway, don't be dumb and trade Carter Hart. Don't do it. Because you won't get fair value. You won't get fair value for him. Just leave him. Let him be. Don't do it. Hart for Marner. The trade in which neither side will get the value they should. Shout out to Georgiev getting the most shutout save percentage. King is Igor of the Minnesota Wild Shesterkin. Just Yorkin from back in the day. Top rookie this season, it's going to be Ivan Miroshnichenko. That's going to be 2 seasons in a row with the Caps having the Calder winner. ECHL jerseys are tremendous. They really are. And good morning. Look at this. Look at this, though. We got people waking up on the other side of the Atlantic. At least I hope so. If not, go to bed, gentlemen. My goodness. Tavatu and Antonio Mannin. Remember how long it took me to get that down for some reason? That's ECL Elite Division semi-finalist Antonio Mannin on Färjestad. You'll love to see it. Thank you, gentlemen, both. I will be only slightly honest in saying I'm only slightly disappointed you're just following now. It's okay. It's okay. Those time zone differences, you know, they're crazy. All right, let's get a look here at the postseason that we will not be a part of yet. It is Edmonton, Dallas, Seattle, Vancouver. Ooh, the Pacific Northwest battle. Minnesota, Arizona, Winnipeg, St. Louis. The Eastern Conference is Boston, Montreal, Buffalo, Detroit, Philadelphia, Washington, New York, and New Jersey. A tale as old as time. But our AHL club, after 54 wins, are back in the playoffs. Fantastic. 54 wins. Again, they lost in the conference final last season in 5-3. King, what's going on, by the way? And this is the team that got him there. We are going to go best lines. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's try to fix this up just a little bit. Just a little bit. There we go. I'm really surprised at who it puts on the higher lines, but okay. Interesting. I didn't think that's who it would put in there, but okay. Defensively, still looking damn good. Still looking damn good. And Luukkonen and Lankinen in goal. We're feeling all right. We're feeling all right for the chat-named AHL team, the Tampere Tentaskills. Game 1 against Cleveland is a win. Game number 2 is a win. Make that a 3-0 series lead. And a first-round sweep of the Cleveland Monsters. Back to the lake with you. Tremendous. Levi Aaltonen, 4 points in 4 games. Not bad. I think that's our second year in a row in the AHL with a first-round sweep, which is pretty satisfying. Very happy with that. All right, round number 2, the Rochester Americans. We beat them in round 2 last year as well. And then we lost to Hershey in the conference final, if I'm not mistaken. 1-1 split. We're up 2-1. 3-1. Oh my God. And off to the conference final they go for the second year in a row. Ridiculous. This time out, though, it's not the Hershey Bears, it's the Lehigh Valley Phantoms. And then Tucson and Rockford on the other side. I'm pretty sure Tucson won the title last year. NHL-wise, it'll be Seattle against either Minnesota or Winnipeg. And the Sabres and defending Cup champion Capitals will play in the Eastern Conference Finals. Again, Washington pulled off the double last year, both Stanley Cup and Calder Cup. Oh, please don't tell me we're going to see continued struggles in the conference final, gentlemen. Down 2-1. Make that 2-2. Make that 3-2. 1 win away. We, just lost Ville Koivunen. We are off to the Calder Cup final. All right. Tucson won it the year before. That's right, because Hershey won it that last year. So look at this. Calder Cup final appearance for the Tentaskills. Okay. Again, I'm still a little bit freaked out by some of the line combinations that the AI runs with, but that is what it is. Still a damn good team. I wonder what the Roadrunners look like. We don't often look at the AI AHL lines. What are they looking like? Oh boy. We're not gonna win this one. We are not gonna win this one, are we? Holy crap. Wow, Francois is falling off fast. Oh, and they're not even playing Connor Geeky. That's kind of them. That might be... Hold on, I agree. Let's look at their NHL team really quickly. Let's look at their NHL team really quickly, because you might be right. It might actually be better than the Coyotes. Okay, it's not better than the main roster. Main roster's pretty good. Main roster's pretty good for the Yotes. They've drafted well over the first couple of years. Fair enough. So Calder Cup playoffs here. Game 1. Calder Cup final. Ooh, Mikko Kokkonen down to injury. As we win game 1, 3-0. Game number 2 is a 2-0 victory. How? Game number 3 is a 3-1 loss. Game 4 is a 1-0 win. All 3 of our victories have been via shutouts. And we have a chance to raise the Calder Cup on home ice. How stupid is that? Can we get it done? Game 5 at home against Tucson. First period, 1-0 Roadrunners. Good old Langlois, or as I like to call them, Langlois, and Mikhail Maltsev. Second period, 2-2, Ottavainen and Topi Niemela. We go to the third. Will this be our first bit of hardware? You know, that's how it's a good sign the rebuild's going well, is when you win a Calder Cup first. Power play for Tucson. Oh boy, don't go to overtime, please. It's going to. It's running late. It's running late. The fact that they have Matvei Michkov is infuriating. We gotta break out the chrome buckets for this one. We gotta break out the chrome buckets for this one. Can we win a Calder Cup in less than 5 seasons? At the helm. Buckeyes, what's going on? Oh, was there a Stanley Cup patch on the jersey? Hold on, let me look. I gotta change the camera anyway. Oh, well. At least not here. It must have shown it from the menu, though, at least for a moment, right? Didn't even notice. Oh, goodness. All right, back over to True Broadcast. As is tradition. Don't know where Crast came from. Don't want to procrastinate. Shout out to Warrior for the gifted sub. And here we go. McCoy for Tucson. Stripped of the puck. Gets a shot off. Prod Craston. Otavainen holding them up. McCoy. Good save. Ukko Pekka Luukkonen. Very, very nice. Can we do it? I don't know how I feel about the name bar. Like the Philly style name bar on the Tucson jerseys. Oh, big steal by Koivunen. Koivunen holds up. Lambert, big save. Lambert short side, couldn't cheese it, needs close quarters. At the point. Shot deflection, scores! Brad Lambert. Is that a Calder Cup coming up? Brad Lambert. Everyone's favorite Finn. Whew. The most Finnish of names. Indeed, indeed. Can we kill the clock now is the question.
Tucson's got a hold of it along the wall. Takes the pass through the middle. Great read with the stick.
Can we hold on? Good contact. We got 2 minutes to survive this. Stenberg loses it. Can't find Julian Lutz off the pad. 1T doesn't go. Ben Roger for Kalachinok. Shot blocked. Second chance blocked again. Third chance stripped of the puck. Otavainen gets hit. 1:35 to go. Stenberg. Lutz loses it. Matika trying to get out of the zone. He got fucking crushed. Oh, that hit was sick, though. The poor guy. That was actually a really nice hit checking animation there. I like that a lot. Is that Kalachinok that got him? No, it was Ben Roger. I mean, yeah, the player does phase to the ref. Look at that, though. Arm to the chest. And just muscles him. That's a pretty nice hit. 1:20 to go. Aaltonen. Can't throw a shot on. Gets it back. What a fight here for Aaltonen. Arvin can't get it on net. 1:05 to go. Oh, Geeky is in their lineup now. Johnson to Geeky. Ran out of room. 55 to go. Geeky to Johnson. Save. Rebound. Geeky ran out of runway. Empty net. Francois heading to the bench. Contact. Pushes him out of the zone. 40 seconds to go from our first bit of silverware. What a save by Luukkonen. And he takes the puck off of Milne. All right. Extra attackers still out for Tucson. Our roster's good. Their roster's insane. We win the face-off. Niemela. Utio. Dumps it in. Smart play. 20 seconds. Devontae Stevens up ahead. Here's Maltsev with space. Hit off the puck. And Luukkonen covers. We'll get Lambert back out there for the face-off. Against their third line. I'm shocked they didn't call a timeout. The A is probably not smart enough to do it. Face-off one. Final few moments. Can we hold on? McGinn in front. Chipped it wide. It was close. But we have our first trophy. A Calder Cup. In Season 4. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Whew. We had no business beating that team in the final. No business. But I'm not complaining. Teach some of these younger guys how to win. You will be in Finland this month. That is true. Welcome to June. Less than 2 weeks. And by the time this goes up on YouTube, it would have been like, I'm already there, or it's after I got home. Or died. We'll see. Who knows? I don't even know who the hell our captain is. I didn't even get a look. But a big win for the Finns. A Calder Cup in Season 4. Is it just me, or does this animation look better? Like the handshake line looked more drawn out and proper. A Calder Cup to the boys on home ice. Oh, it's Henry Nikkanen. Okay. I mean, you always love to see a number 37 as the captain of the team raising a Stanley Cup. Emil Järventi, his brother on the NHL squad.
I'm just trying to walk through this fucking
Love to
crap.
see it. Shout out to Jay Alexander for the follow. D. Fucking alert, man. Every time. But there it is. Our first victory. You love to see it. And hopefully the first of many team photos. Hopefully. Who knows? We win a Stanley Cup in this. I might alternate between this and the Leafs run. But what a win there. Nice to see some success early on. Very, very good. Set the stage for us, you know? Premium Bagel, the 5 gifted subs. It's a celebration. It's a celebration. Top team in the conference. We get it done. Bagel, thank you for that. As the Winnipeg Jets win the Stanley Cup. You know it's a video game. The Winnipeg Jets finally getting it done. We'll take a look. I mean, yeah, their players are pretty obvious, though. They kept Pierre-Luc Dubois, or maybe they sent him to Montreal and it went poorly and he came back. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? They picked up Barbashev. Poor Heinola. Yeah, that's a fair point. But would they have won with Heinola? Because maybe they would. Oh my God, Olli Levy won a Stanley Cup. It's like he looked into the future and saw what was going to happen. And that smirk is specifically for me.